Hey lads, today is day 18 of my series to get to 2100 on chess.com, and I'm sitting at 1944. We're going to jump back into another 15 plus 10 today and see if we can calculate really well, really solid, and get a victory. A 2084 from Switzerland. If we draw this game, we will get 3 points. If we lose, we only lose 5, and if we win, we get 11. So it has started as a Caro-Kann, and he's brought the knight out, so we're going to capture. And if he takes here, we will play the knight here. And if he trades here, this is the Tartacar variation. And if he hadn't have traded, we would have played h5 to go after this knight, h5, h4, try to harass it. But we're into a position that we know very well, and I'm happy that that's the case. I'm going to pull my bishop up to d6. I know this is book. And I'm happy to see his knight on f3, because we will want to play our bishop to g4. And I might be trying out something new that one of the viewers, one of you guys, have been telling me about in the Tartacar variation. It's actually an inaccuracy, but leads to some very exciting attacks. So he's brought the bishop out, so we're going to just castle here. He's castled himself, and we're gonna put our bishop here on g4, pinning the knight to the queen. And I'm unsure on what he's going to do, but I'm expecting maybe he will try to kick me. He doesn't try to kick me. Instead, he just tries to move his queen out of the pin so that this knight can move. Now, need to have a wee think here. I don't want to play on the queen side because all the action is happening on the king side. There's a few candidate moves that are jumping out to me. One is rook e8. If I put rook on e8, it's a very solid square. It does weaken this pawn, and maybe his queen can come here and target that. But this is a solid move. The other move is knight d7. Seems a wee bit slow at the moment. You know, I can come to f8 eventually. The other move is queen d7. And the reason I would play queen d7 is because I want to defend this bishop. And if he goes h3, the normal idea is to play the bishop to h5 and g6 and target the queen, or get it on this diagonal. But with the queen on d7, the move bishop back to e6 or to f5 is solid. But also, if the queen's on d7 and he kicks, we could take the pawn. If he recaptures, which he would, we would take with queen. We're already looking at this move with our bishop and queen. And things are starting to look pretty exciting. We're also threatening this one with the queen. So he'd have to move this guy if the queen is not defending. And then we could go in for the checkmate. Anyway, all this to say, if I do play queen d7, he can play the rook here. And I'm never getting my rook over. So I think maybe if I go rook first, that would be better, because now his rook comes. We take, he has to take backwards with knight. And maybe we can maneuver here and go for checkmate here. But I do think this move order of going the knight or the rook first is important. Because if I had the queen on d7, like I was trying to say, queen d7, rook e1, then my rook's never coming to e8. Okay, so now he's gone here. And I'm wondering, we can't come back to here because we don't have the queen on d7. But maybe we come back to here. If he takes, we undouble. And we have a good bishop. Take here. He takes with queen. We go bishop c7 attacking the pawn. He brings his bishop up. We bring our bishop to d6, looking at this. Queen over, take, take. We win a pawn. Okay, take, take. Bishop, defend here. Queen up. His queen's here and his bishop's here. Maybe the pawn would come up. Yeah. Okay. Not a big fan. I think I'll just come here and here. So this was always the other move that I was trying to decide, do we play this move? Do we take or do we pull back? I don't like pulling back because in the Tartacar you don't want to swap off pieces, and this just enables him to swap off a piece. But I don't know. I think I'm playing pretty accurately and thoughtfully here. Now, if he goes g4, it's very weakening. g4, bishop g6, looking at this. And then even our bishop can come to e4, looking at this, not defended. And bishop up and queen up to d6 is looking very nice. I think I need to get my knight over to f8. But also this pawn, just one that looks like we really can attack it. This bishop we can never really get rid of because this move he just pulls back. But again, I don't want to be playing on this side of the board. I want to get my pieces over to this side. Now I'm wondering, is he going to try to come here and look at this? Doesn't seem like it really matters right now because the bishop's defending. Bishop c7, queen d6 is my ultimate plan here. But I think before doing those moves, we need to get the knight here and up to g6. The knight on g6 can hold the f4 square, and often when you get your bishop and queen here, a simple bishop in here attacking the queen just sort of stops every threat you have. But if you've got a knight here, then you can take that bishop off, or it never even enters the square. So having the knight come around seems good. My opponent's used a lot of time. Used just as much time as I have, which is an encouraging thing because I really am taking a lot of time here, I think. Wasn't expecting this move, and it seems like it poses some interesting threats. However, the big thing I think that he's going to try to do is play g4. When he plays g4, and I move my knight or my bishop here, and he takes, we take with pawn, he can actually capture the pawn because this one is pinned, and I'm not defending that pawn. So this is his sort of threat. He would win a pawn. But what if we just ignore here, queen up? And he has to defend. I think that's what we do. And again, I do want to get my knight around, but it's not happening yet, is it? So here, sack, take. Maybe here first. Take, queen in, sack, here. How does he defend this? Queen back. Okay. Let's put the queen here. I think our main goal is to remove the queen as a defender of this bishop. Because if we can remove the queen as the defender, like let's say the queen's over here, or on this square, just for the sake of explaining, then I can take, and then come in here. So the pawn's going to push. I don't see what else he's going to do here. He's going to push the pawn. Let's say the queen's over here. We take the bishop, he takes. We take here with check. And then coming in on h2. Looking very nice. So there we go. So now let's try to get rid of this piece. So if I come here, he takes me, I take him. He takes me, I take him. He takes me, check. He takes, I take. And he's lost these pieces. And this one. And I've lost these ones. So I've lost 17. He's lost 16. So it's not working yet. What if we just come here now, looking at this pawn? I guess the king comes up. I think what we really need is another piece to move around. Because the queen here is quite annoying. So maybe just move the queen around. But then bishop here stops everything. So maybe we go g5. Take. Yeah. g5 is screaming to be played. g5, knight, f5. Queen d7. And maybe bishop g6. Gonna try it. So he could come back to here, but I'm expecting this move. Queen d7, and then attacking the pinned piece, he comes here. I think this is the move we play. I think we really should play it. We could come here and look at this one, but I'm attacking on this side of the board. So, and if the knight ever moves, we take the pawn. And he never could come here because this pawn. Even though this one was pinned. This one's not doing anything. This square isn't defended by my pawn. This one is. Okay. So right now we're threatening this as well. Take, take, and here maybe. I know he's got knight back. But I think g6 is my next big plan. I really like these positions. I mean, they're a lot of fun. And lads, if we win this, we will get 11 points. So we'll be back up to 55, which will be encouraging because I think I am a 1900 player, but yeah, I don't know. So if we come here, how does he defend this piece? Here, pawn h or g4. Take, take, take. Pawns are doubled. I think here, g4, maybe h5. He takes, we win this piece. If we take, he takes back. And my king is stuck. But maybe then bishop takes, queen takes, king up, and we get here onto the open file. That looks very interesting. I'm going to go for it. Here, is this a move? We move up? No. Okay. Yeah, he's got to play this. Whoa. Never mind. I didn't see the defense of the rook. However, I think we got a tactic. We can take the bishop. He can't take with the knight because we win his queen. We take the bishop. He can't take with the queen because then we win his knight. I think this is good. He's got this move. Up. And then he wins here. Oh, he didn't do it. He didn't find this move. This was a better move. Okay. And this bishop's very strong. This bishop's very strong. Maybe he just pushes here. Queen here. He takes. This is mate. So he's got to be aware of our threats. Here, if queen here, he takes the bishop. We check. He has this square. What? I was not expecting that. So here, queen in, king up, queen check. In the corner. Checkmate. Wow. So I can't take the rook. Whoa. Whoa. That's wild. What if I take the pawn? He can't take me because then I take here. What if I go here? I'm threatening this and this. Here, he just goes here. That was a cool move. That's a very cool move. I'm leaning towards this. Capture the pawn on g3. Yeah, let's do that. But I don't know, this whole thing's falling apart now, isn't it? I suppose I'm not expecting to win. Like, the guy's a 2084. He's a very solid player. But it'll be good to go into the review and see what positional inaccuracies have we made and what tactics have we missed. And I think these are the kinds of games that I need to study a bit, you know, because I can improve a lot. But we'll see. The game's not over yet. Okay. So he's just defending his other rook, which is very logical. What about here? He takes, check. I just need more pieces involved, don't I? Here, queen checks, and we're losing the bishop. Yeah, I think my position's kind of lost. But we'll see. I need this square for my knight. Coming here gives me a square. I really want to get a piece involved ASAP. But he's just going to take this, isn't he? Here is a move. And he takes here. Maybe just queen up. Then he takes here. Maybe queen over. At least that makes room for our knight. Queen over, he's got check. Up. He doesn't have any more checks. Let's try it. I think I'm absolutely cooked here. All he has to do is take that pawn. And then he's just got too many threats coming in. Check, forcing me up. Check here. Hitting my king and my queen. So we'll try this move if we can get it in. I think he's going to check. I'm going to go up. He's going to go here. Queen or knight here. Rook takes. Or queen takes. Queen takes here. He doesn't have a check here. And he doesn't have a check here or here. And there's the pawn down. Okay. Oh, he checked with a pawn. Unexpected. Here. Got a check here. And here or here. This is mate. If I go here. Check here. Checkmate. Yeah, it's mate. Well played to my opponent. Beautiful stuff. Here. Yeah. Nothing I can do. All right. Yeah, both are mate. Give him the wee GG in the chat. Let's check our review, see how we did. Can you play well against that? 96.2? That's tough. That is tough. That's why I'm talking about these 15 plus 10 games. Well, my opponent's account is extremely new. 31, 4, and 9. So he's clearly a very good player. He's at his all-time peak here, but he hasn't lost many games. And the account was created just last week. So I don't know. He could have cheated. Every single game is quite solid. And I've heard there's a lot more cheaters in this 96 again here. 92, 91, 96, 90, 93, 97. He's got one bad game here, 84, 91, 94. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that is the only reason why I don't like playing 15 plus 10 is just you play people who play crazy high accuracy. That is the only reason I'm kind of against it. And maybe he's totally legitimate, but he didn't have a single inaccuracy. So there was no opportunity there for me to do anything right. So let's just run through it super fast. Everything was book. Okay, yeah. Well, coming here is top and then bringing the bishop. But I don't like this first because the pawn can be played here. And then I never have the square for the bishop. So I always prefer to bring the bishop out first. Then bring the queen over, or the rook over. Pawn up. Play it back. Played here. We played back. There's slight inaccuracy. We have this move. Why does this not work? I didn't even see that move. If I go here, what's his move? He's got this. Whoa. That's crazy. Here, here, here. And yeah, I can take this one, but then he's h6 in here. So his attack is extremely aggressive by him. So this move doesn't work if he finds this, but maybe he doesn't find this. So maybe I go here, and then his other good move would be b3. Come here, and if I take this here, then he's completely winning because he takes here and he wins this one. And this was my inaccuracy, my first kind of mistake in the game. Up until this point, the game's basically even, but this is a slight inaccuracy, and that's because he has f5, which was an easy move for him to find. I play the top engine move, and then he plays the top engine move, f4. Yeah, f4 is good. I pull back. I'm waiting for my blunder. Was it this move? Yeah. I really thought this was decent. I don't see what else I do here. I suppose a6 is one move and b5 is the other. But like both of those are like playing on the other side of the board. And they're not obvious at all. Like this move is difficult to find. And so is this when the action's happening over here. My opponent just played extremely well. But this move didn't work. And you all saw why it didn't work. Because of this beautiful move. I did not see it. He's also got take here. And then things are getting pretty ugly. Yeah, I probably have to come here to defend it. He's got a check in here. I have to run this way because check here would mate me on this square. I've got to go this way. Check here. I can come up to d7. Maybe I'm okay. And then I'm threatening this with a checkmate. I don't know. But lads, I mean, he just played phenomenally, didn't he? Nothing I could really do there. One blunder. I mean, I'm blunder man. I have to blunder. And yeah, everything else by him was just top notch. I don't know exactly what to learn from that game, where I went wrong. Tricky game. A lot of tactics. Hope you lads enjoyed that. I enjoyed playing it. And yeah, I'll see you lads tomorrow. Bye for now.